So in this video, please listen to this citizen in Lakewood City, Colorado. Yes, this Colorado, addressing their city council regarding illegal migration. Elections have consequences. It's sad, man.
Thank you. I'm Marge Collum. I'm from Ward 5. Whew. I'm here to speak on behalf of the poor, the elderly, who are struggling because of the issues that you deal with and how you deal with them. So we're talking about a thing that's going to navigate people. I took a look at some figures, and I figured some people here ought to hear them. If we look at Denver with 40,000 immigrants, and we think that they cost $1,000 a month for housing, it's going to be $480 million for 1 year. That's just $1,000, and I don't think you can get housing for that. If you feed those people 40,000 at $200 a month per person, I don't think that's possible today. If any of you have gone to the grocery store, that's 96 million in a year. We are headed for a tsunami. I don't think you know what you're heading at. The total of that, $576 million. Your budget, if I am correct, and I Googled it, I might be wrong, is only 72 million. I ask you how you think you're going to afford it. Now, I'm not sure I'm correct on all those numbers, but they're pretty close. Now, personally, I live on a budget of $30,000. My husband was a school teacher, and I worked for Jefferson County, and I had a disability, and we had to quit. We had our advisors, and they assured us that we were going to have enough money to survive. Well, I'll tell you how I survive on $30,000. You have done such wonderful work with your housing that you have caused my taxes to go up to $4,000. Oops, I'm getting really close. $3,000 for insurance, $3,000 for my car, $10,000 extra. Take that out and I live on $20,000. Now, I have to go to get clothing from the Goodwill. Now I'm so poor I have to repair the clothing. I go to the food bank, and I'll tell you what I see. I see immigrants coming in, jostling and pushing us out as they cut line, take more food than they're required to do, and our poor staff that deals with those things are out of their ever-loving mind trying to figure out how they're going to handle it. Yeah. You ask how I'm coping? For God's sakes, help me. Please put this thing down and take care of what you need to take care of.
Thank you, Ms.
Well, I see the city is treating the citizens like a bunch of mushrooms again. You haven't told us about the housing problem and that you want to make our schools into homeless shelters, and you tried to keep that on the down low. Now you try to keep this transfer station, which is going to turn into a money pit and a magnet for every criminal that's coming across the border. Don't we have enough problems in Lakewood without importing them from Denver, who is saying, yeah, Lakewood, you're stupid enough to take all of them. Take our problems, you dummies. We don't have the tax base to handle it. It's a money pit, and you guys are responsible for our money. Don't screw it up. You guys are famous for screwing things up. You build buildings without asking the citizens. Now you want to build this thing. This thing is going to cost a lot of money to operate. And what if you get a bunch of kids? Then you're going to have to stick them in the schools. How is Jeffco going to pay for the kids in the schools? Who's going to buy the supplies to put them in the schools? This is going to be a money pit. Didn't you even think about this? Can't you guys think 5 minutes ahead? What in the world are you doing up there? Do us a big favor and just quit. Get your sorry butts up and leave.
My name is Michelle Lazaro. I'm a member of Ward 5. I am a Lakewood native, as is my husband. I have raised my children here. I am a registered nurse in this community. I worked at St. Anthony Hospital for 15 years, both at the old facility and the new. I now am working in another area facility that's not far from here. And I am concerned not of, how do I phrase this? I am not anti-homeless. I am not anti-migrant. I am not any of that. What I have concerns about is opening doors and bringing a wealth of amount of people that we do not have the infrastructure to take care of currently, let alone having thousands and thousands of potentially people coming in. We don't have the EMS to support it. We don't have the police force to support it. We don't have the police force enforcing current ICE protocols. We don't have the medical infrastructure in this community to support it. We have little urgent clinics all over this area. They're understaffed, they're undersupplied, and they're overworked. When I worked at St. Anthony Hospital, we were constantly at overcapacity. I took my mother-in-law there the week of New Year's. She was in complete respiratory distress and was sent home because she had home oxygen, because they had no room to put her in. Because I was a nurse and I could monitor her at home. If we don't have the infrastructure to currently take care of our residents, how in the world are we going to have the infrastructure to take on more? I'm coming from a medical capacity, obviously, but I'm also coming from a concerned parent and a concerned citizen of this community. My husband and I have participated and volunteered in numerous activities within our community. We've participated as coaches, volunteers, donated shelters. I currently am on a committee at the hospital that I work at to help gather donations for our current homeless population. And we're serving meals. This $9.3 million and then some should go to our current community, not more when we don't have the built-in infrastructure to take care of our own at this time. We are constantly at overcapacity, and we're constantly understaffed, and we're constantly undersupplied at numerous medical facilities in this area. And if the health of our current community isn't at stake and isn't worth supporting and taking this money and putting it in our own community instead of opening other people to come into it, then I recommend that you strike it down, because we need to take care of our own people first.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 2024 and your elected officials do not care about you and your family. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. The majority of those politicians today on both sides are only there to enrich themselves. I mean, can you imagine for a second not being able to properly take care of the people you already have, but deciding, hey, goodies, we are going to bring more people in? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's dumb. And for anybody out there still wondering, why is this government is allowing millions of illegal migrants into the country, into those cities like the one in the video? The answer is simple. Those new migrants are potential new voters. You let me know what you think about this in the comment section. God bless these people. God bless you and your family. Catch you on the next one.